On your Casper test, you're allowed to have a pen or pencil with pieces of paper with you. Surprisingly, many test takers do not use this precious tool wisely or do not use it at all. Taking notes allows you to gather many of your fleeting ideas and information about the situation as you listen to the scenario and reflect on it. Not writing your ideas down and forgetting to consider them in your responses can lead to a lower grade compared to if you did include them. Showing that you are considering many dimensions of the problem logically while being empathetic shows that you're able to make better decisions as a professional. Before we talk about what information we should take notes on, we should discuss when to take notes and how much information you should take down. You should take notes while you're being presented with the scenario and when you have 30 seconds of reflection time. Just make sure your note-taking does not interfere with listening and fully understanding the scenario being presented to you. You can miss crucial information if you take your focus off the scenario. You should not waste your time taking down comprehensive notes, but dedicate the little time you have to think of the different dimensions of the problem. You should only write enough words down so that you can be reminded of your idea when you see it. This can be done effectively with writing down 1 to 3 words. You should stop taking notes and start typing as soon as the reflection time is over. The type of information you should make notes on can differ based on the type of scenario. Generally, you should take notes on all the ideas that come to your head that help answer the questions. Although after watching or reading the scenario, you don't know exactly what questions you will be asked, you will still have an overall idea of what the scenario is looking to ask you after you're presented with all the information. We will go over on how to take notes on 2 general types of Casper scenarios. In Casper video scenarios, you're usually presented with 2 sides of an argument where you're asked about which one you will pick or advise someone to do. In such scenarios, some of the information you should take notes on are pros of each side of the argument, further information you should gather to come to a final decision, alternative solutions if possible, and names of the parties involved and their role. If you're typically forgetful of the names and roles of the parties involved, you should write them down to ensure you don't confuse different characters in the scene. In Casper word-based scenarios, you are typically presented with a quote or abstract concept such as leadership or teamwork. Taking notes for these types of questions is a bit harder as you cannot directly predict the specific questions that might be asked. However, you should still write down notes on what you might be talking about. In such scenarios, some of the information you should take notes on are personal experiences, what you learned from that experience, how you understand the concept and apply it to your life, and anything else that comes in mind depending on that scenario. On your next Casper practice question, try taking notes appropriately and see for yourself the impact that note-taking can have on improving your answers. There are many free Casper practice scenarios all over the internet, which you can use to prepare. You can also visit genius.com, which is developed and run by 4th quartile Casper scorers for 30 free unique Casper scenarios.